Hello and welcome to the course of manufacturing method. So in this course, in the last class, we have discussed about manufacturing method, unconventional manufacturing processes. So in the last class we have discussed about unconventional manufacturing processes, and today we will be discussing the first topic of the unconventional machining process, that is mechanical energy based system. So in this mechanical energy based system we will be discussing about the non-conventional processes which mainly utilize the mechanical energy to remove the material from the workpiece. So let's start with lecture objective. The lecture objective here is to get an insight about mechanical energy unconventional machining process first, and to know the working principle, advantage and disadvantages of the processes, namely abrasive jet machining, water jet machining and ultrasonic machining. So here in this lecture what we will be discussing about the three of the most important unconventional machining processes, and these three processes mainly based on the mechanical behavior, or these three processes completely based on the mechanical energy conversion. So material is removed by mechanical energy. So this process is so let's start. The mechanical material is removed by erosion mechanism. So say what I have said in the last lecture, that the mechanical erosion is the key mechanism for erosion. For the material removal, mechanical erosion will be the key reason, so or key mechanism. So due to mechanical erosion, what will occur? The workpiece material will be removed from the workpiece. That is this process is mainly the mechanical energy based system. See, imagine you are throwing some sand or some sand like particle into a surface, and at that time if you can throw that particle in high speed, or the velocity of that sand particle, if the velocity is very high, then the sand particle may penetrate or may take out the material from the workpiece, and that is the method for abrasive jet machining. Similarly, water jet machining, in case of abrasive, the jet of water is used, and ultrasonic machining, the ultrasonic vibration is used. So we will be seeing in detail of these three mechanisms. So let's start with abrasive jet machining. As I am saying, the principle behind the abrasive jet machining is mainly the mechanism is erosion. Now this is mechanical erosion. So in the last class I have discussed about erosion. What is erosion? Erosion is slow decay. That means that whenever the decay is very small, in very small amount at a time or at an instant, at that time, that is called slow decay. So the slow decay or erosion is the main mechanism for mechanical energy based systems. So now what is the principle of abrasive jet machining? The principle of abrasive jet machining is a high speed stream of abrasive particle. Abrasive particle means very hard particle. Those abrasive particle mainly silicon oxide, alumina, silicon carbide, these are the type of the abrasive particle. Okay, so very small size particles which are very hard, those are known as abrasive particles. So abrasive particles, the high speed stream of abrasive particle is mixed with high pressure air or gas, and that is injected through a nozzle to the workpiece to be machined. So that means what is happening here? The abrasive particle and the air or gas will be high pressure air or gas, both will be injected through a nozzle. Nozzle means nothing. Nozzle is a small orifice small orifice opening. Why nozzle is given? Because nozzle is given as per the fluid mechanics. You will be starting fluid mechanics, I guess, in the next semester. So in that you can see that due to continuity equation, there is a term like continuity equation. In that continuity equation, you can see if the cross section area will be small, then the velocity will be larger because of the continuity. Because the continuity equation says that AV, that means area, cross section area into velocity, this should be constant all over. So AB is constant. So if we minimize or if we decrease the cross section area, then the velocity should increase. So for getting high velocity of the for getting this high speed stream, what we need to use some abrasive, we need to put this abrasive particle and air, high pressure air or gas through a nozzle. So that whenever that nozzle is there, that high speed jet can form from that nozzle, and that high speed jet is directed towards the workpiece that to be machined. Now this is the construction of and working principle. See here, air is through the filter, air is put into the compressor, and then in the compressor the pressure is generated. High pressure air is generated, and that high pressure air come through the flow regulator to the mixing chamber, and from the hopper abrasive powders are poured into the mixing chamber, and by vibration this mixing occurs. And by using some pressure gauge mechanism, air through the nozzle, what we can give, we can direct the abrasive jet to the workpiece, and that abrasive jet by mechanical erosion creates hole in the workpiece, or that abrasive jet can cut the workpiece. This is the process or working principle of abrasive jet machining. Now what are the process parameters? The process parameters are the parameters those can be controlled to get high quality, or to get controlled shape or desired shape. So to control the output, you can think process parameter as input, as in computer or in your mobile device. You can click or you can tap in on some icon. You can click on some icon. Those click by your mouse or the tap by your hand. This can be this is the input, and what is the output? You click on the icon. You tap on the icon of say YouTube in your mobile. So what will happen? So as you click on that device, on that icon, what will happen? As you click or as you tap on that app of YouTube, what will happen? The YouTube app will open in your device. So that is the output. So what is the input? Your tapping is the input, and what is the output? Output is the that YouTube app that is showing that is running in your device. So like this, the input in abrasive jet machinings are the process parameters, and what is the output? Our desired product, or our finished product is our output. So the outputs are completely controlled by the input. So process parameters are the main factors so that controls the output. Okay, so the output can be controlled by using the inputs only, that is clearly known to us. So now for abrasive jet machining, the process parameters or the inputs are mass flow rate. We can control the mass flow rate of the abrasive particle. We can control the abrasive grain size, how small the particle will be, that can be controlled. Gas pressure, the pressure of the gas, that can be controlled. Velocity of the abrasive particle, that also can be controlled. How the velocity is controlled? By controlling the pressure. Next, the mixing ratio, how much amount of air should be there, how much amount of abrasive powder should be there, that can be measured. And nozzle tip clearance, the distance between the or this is also called stand up distance, that is the distance between work surface to your nozzle tip, that is known as nozzle tip clearance or stand up distance. Depending upon this, the jet velocity may vary. So that's why this is also an important parameter. So now the characteristics of the abrasive jet machinings are shown in this table. Here you can see that the work material can be hard or brittle material. The abrasive that are used, as I am saying, that alumina, SiC, that is silicon carbide, and glass fiber, glass powder, these are the abrasive. Size of abrasives are at around 25 microns. Flow rate, the flow rates is 2 to 20 gram per minute. Medium, what are the medium? That the mediums are N2, CO2 or air. The velocity general, in general the velocity range will be 125 to 300 meter per second, and the pressure can be seen in 2 to 8 kg per centimeter square. Nozzle can be made of tungsten carbide or synthetic sapphire, and the nozzle life is mainly for tungsten carbide. It is 12 to 12 hours, moreover 12 to 20 hours, and for synthetic sapphire or titanium sapphire, the nozzle life is very large, that is 300 hours. Nozzle tip clearance, the nozzle tip clearance can be varied from 0.25 millimeter to 15 mm, and the tolerance of the tolerance, that means the dimensional tolerance or closer dimensional accuracy, can be treated as plus minus 0.05 mm. And the machining operation that can be done by this abrasive jet machining is drilling, deburring and cleaning. These are the main machining operation that can be done by abrasive jet machining. The application of abrasive jet machining is to machine hard and brittle material, to fine drilling and micro welding, to machine for machining of semiconductor, machining of intricate profiles, surface etching, surface preparation, cleaning and polishing of the plastic, nylon and Teflon. This can be done by abrasive jet machining. What are the advantage? That this process, this abrasive jet machining process, is suitable to cut all the material. Even the diamond can be machined by using abrasive diamond abrasives. No direct contact can be seen between the workpiece and the cutting tool, or workpiece in the nozzle and the nozzle. So there is no tool wear, low initial investment, good surface finish can be achieved, and it is intricate shape or complex hole, complex cavities can be cut very easily. And what are the disadvantages of this process? The disadvantage of this process is slow material removal rate, soft material cannot be machined by this process. Nozzle can wear by friction of the due to friction of abrasive in the nozzle wall. The nozzle wear rate is very high in case of tungsten carbide nozzle, but in modern technology, when we can use synthetic sapphire nozzle. That synthetic sapphire nozzle has somewhat good nozzle life, that is at around 300 hours, and abrasive powder that can be once used can never be used again, and this process requires some kind of dust collection system, and cleaning is essential, and after each and every operation. These are the disadvantage of abrasive jet machining process. Now water jet machining, this is similar to abrasive jet machining. The principle is similar to abrasive jet machining, but in case of abrasive particle and air, here only the high speed jet of water is used, and this high speed high velocity water jet comes out of the nozzle, and that strikes the material, and its kinetic energy, the kinetic energy of the water gets converted into the pressure energy, that includes high stress, that induced high stress in the work material, and when this stress is exceeds the ultimate stress of that material, small chip of the material got loosened and fresh surface is exposed. So this is mainly used to cut paper boards, plastic, wood, fiberglass and leather. So water jet machining is one of the very important phenomena, and here the cutting will occur due to the pressure, that pressure inducing high stress in the work material. So the construction working, the working construction and working is like this. First there is some reservoir, and that reservoir, from that reservoir, by using pump, the jet is come to the accumulator, and by this control valve the flow is regulated, and through the nozzle high speed water jet is directed towards the workpiece. That high speed water jet can be used to cut the material. This is the schematic diagram. Now in this water jet machining process, the process parameters are material removal rate, geometry and the surface finish of the work material, wear rate of the nozzle. And the disadvantage of this water jet machining is the cost is high, operation is very noisy, and it is difficult to machine hard material by this process. Now we can see in this table the characteristics of water jet machining has been tabularized. So here we can see that work material is soft and non-metallic material is mainly machined by water jet machining. Tool, what are the tools used? There is no tool is used. Okay, only water and some additives can be used. Additive can be glycerin, polyethylene oxide, etc. The pressure of the water can be in the range of 100 to 1000 megapascal, and the mass flow rate is at around 8 liter per minute. The power requirement of this process is 45 kilowatt. MRR may be calculated at 0.6 meter cube per second, and the feed rate is 1 to 4 millimeter per second. The nozzle is made of tungsten carbide or synthetic sapphire, while synthetic sapphire will give greater nozzle life from erosion due to water and erosion and corrosion. And the standoff distance may be 2 millimeter to 50 millimeter. The advantages of the water jet machinings are the water is used as a energy medium, and hence it is cheap, non-toxic and very easy to dispose. Low operating cost, low maintaining cost, and the work area remains clean and dust free, and the process is very easily automated. There is no thermal damage occur in the work. So now another type, that is ultrasonic machining process. In this ultrasonic machining, the principle is Surly of small of abrasive particles. Surly means some paste-like particles. So surly of abrasive are forced again. That surly of abrasive, first we take the workpiece, we just put that abrasive paste or abrasive surly onto the workpiece. Then that particle is forced against the workpiece by the mean of vibrating the tool, and it causes the removal of the metal from the workpiece in the form of extremely small chips. And this process is known as ultrasonic machining process, and this is also known as ultrasonic grinding or impact grinding. The ultrasonic refers to the high frequency, that is above 20 kilohertz. So ultrasonic means the frequency above 20 kilohertz. See, this is the construction of and the working. There is one transducer. That transducer is a device that can convert the electrical energy to mechanical energy. So that means the energy, the signal, electrical signal is put into the is the input of the transducer, and according to that ultrasonic signal, the ultrasonic vibration or ultrasonic oscillation, ultrasonic mechanical oscillation is the output of the transducer. That transducer vibrate the tool cone along with the tool in ultrasonic vibration, and the abrasive surly is sprayed onto the workpiece where onto the workpiece, and by vibrating the tool the machining occurs. So this is the process, and the whole process is kept in a done in a tank, and the workpiece is the workpiece is kept in position by using some fixture. What are the process parameters here? The process parameters are mainly material removal rate, tool material, work material, surface finish, tool wear rate, abrasive material and abrasive surly. These are the process parameters. Now characteristics. The characteristics of the abrasive of the ultrasonic machining is the mainly the what are the abrasive. First, the abrasive used. The abrasives are for ultrasonic machining. The abrasives are boron carbide, silicon carbide, diamond, aluminum oxide. These are the abrasive. And the abrasive surly are the mixture of abrasive grains along with 20 to 30% of water, and the vibration frequency is 20 to 30 kilohertz, and the amplitude of the vibration is 25 to 100 microns. The wear ratio is 1.5 to 1 for tungsten carbide, 100 is to 1 for glass, 50 is to 1 for quartz, 75 is to 1 for ceramic, and 1 is to 1 for steel. The tool materials are mainly low carbon steel, stainless steel, and the work materials are tungsten carbide, germanium, glass and quartz. The surface finish can be achieved in a range of 0.2 to 0.7 micron. And what are the advantage? The advantage of the system, this ultrasonic machining process is, the advantages are the process is extremely this process can machine extremely hard and brittle material very easily. The operation is more or less noise free. Cost of the metal removal is very low. No heat generation can be occurred in this process, and the equipment are very safe to operate. No conductive material, no non-conductive materials can also be very easily machined. And what are the disadvantages for ultrasonic machining? The disadvantages are the material removal is very slow, softer materials are difficult to machine, wear rate of the tool is high, initial cost is high power consumption, tool cost is high, abrasive should be replaced periodically. And the application of the ultrasonic machining, are is to make hole as small as 0.1 mm that can be drilled precise and intricate shaped articles can be machined efficiently applied to the efficiently applied to machine glass, ceramics, and tungsten. This is used for making tungsten carbide and diamond wire, drawing dies and dies for forging and extrusion process. What are the limitation or disadvantage of ultrasonic machining? The limitation or disadvantage of this ultrasonic machining is the limitation is under ideal condition the penetration rate is 5 meter cube per minute, and the power is 500 to 1000 watt. MRR on the brittle material is 0.18 meter cube per minute, and the hole tolerance is 25 microns. Surface finish can be seen as 0.2 to 0.7 micron. There is some development in ultrasonic machining. Those developments are, instead of using surely the tool is impinged to the workpiece with diamond dust, and in some case it is impossible to rotate the tool. So the workpiece can be rotated in some cases for ultrasonic machining. That is it for mechanical energy based system. Now in the next lecture we will be seeing about chemical and other thermal and chemical energy based system. So hope you understand this lecture. If you have any problem, you may ask in the live class. Thank you.